If you've ever watched Pixar's most iconic films, you'll find that there's something really memorable about them, about the way the plot develops, and about the way the films end. It never happens quite the way you'd expect it to. Think about it. Andy's toys don't go with him to college. Gusteau's restaurant shuts down. Carl never lives with Ellie in Paradise Falls. But why? Why shy away from the classic fairy tale happily ever after ending? I believe it's because Pixar writers don't only think about external conflicts, not what their characters want, but what they need. A common way of beginning the process of writing a script is to start off with a premise that usually goes something like, X wants Y but Z is in the way. So in that short sentence, you establish who your character is, what he wants to acquire or accomplish, and the opposing force or conflict keeping the main character from their goal. So you got it, right? All set. Well, not really. There is an additional element that every good story should have, but more often than not is overlooked. You see, when I refer to what the character wants, I'm talking about their main purpose, the one which will most likely drive the plot. It is extremely important and should be crucial for the main character to achieve this, whatever it may be.
We gotta get you back up there.
However, the goal is not enough to create a rounded out and complete character, because it is just an external conflict. The internal struggle is missing. So that's why I recommend you add another layer to that premise, like this. X wants Y and Z is in the way, but X needs W. And that new element, that need, refers to the obstacles within the main character. This often goes hand in hand with a fatal flaw or weakness that must be overcome in order for the main character to tackle his external conflict. This is the need that the character, and even most of us, don't always know we need to face. It is the hardest struggle against ourselves. For example, in Toy Story 3, the toys are once again separated from Andy, and the plot revolves around Woody trying to take them back.
We need to go home.
Yet in the end, what he needed most was to let go, to come to terms with the fact that his time with Andy was over, and that life could go on. And that is the beauty of the moment, how saying goodbye feels right because we know there was no other way.
So long, partner.
Just like when Carl fails to live with Ellie in Paradise Falls, but is able to do what he really needed, to love again. But the want and the need can be aligned. In Inside Out, what Joy wants is to go back to headquarters, but what she needs is to open her mind and understand the importance of sadness for Riley. She needs to let go in order to go back.
Take her to the moon for me, okay?
Her need is a necessary stepping stone for her to achieve what she wants and what the plot requires her to do. Here, the internal and external struggles complement each other, which results in a much greater emotional connection and satisfaction at the end. And right there is the magic of Pixar. That is why their movies are so memorable, because they built stories not on circumstances, but on characters. It's their journey, the way they change and adjust to failure, that makes us care. And for what it's worth, I believe that this is why it resonates with people of all ages. Pixar movies remind us that in life, we probably won't get what we want. Life will be messy and hard. It will take us to places we never thought possible. But most importantly, it reminds us that everything will be okay.